But even then, it's like, man, how are we going to fight for priority in the first place? Because Lunox plus, Zitian plus the Badang, Lunox versus the Badang, it's going to be a bit of a struggle, especially against Kimi Kalia. A very classic matchup we're seeing nowadays, Yishin Shin versus some form of tank-style jungler. And usually what happens is that Yishin Shin gets a couple levels ahead of their opponents.
Whoa, Sands flickers out, and that's a first blood for Opie. Keyboy will take a brunt of the damage, but he's going to be fine. Man, early start for CFU. Onic from this first objective, and it looks like that's going to be secured for CFU. Sands, once again, will find himself pretty low. Look how aggressive Opie and Detective and everyone else is being. They're going to force him off the purple buff. They go in. Keyboy falls. They get another. It's a double for Wadu. CFU knows the enemy, and they'll go ahead and duke it on out on this side of the jungle. A triple already for Wadu.
Beautifully played from CFU. You can just see the hours of scrimmage time that both CFU and Onic ID have given to each other. And CFU recognize, hey, we've got to lead. We must press the advantage. Severo might find a solo kill. What? It just goes into the air, seeing out of range.
Oh, Severo, he's going to get just punished for that. I guess he thought he could pick up the kill, but doesn't have enough damage yet.
He should have been able to pick up the kill. It's just that last darkening shot.
They're going to have to find themselves building up, you know, from this deficit early on. Now, can they do that with this lineup? It might have to be a pick-off, a flicker, an aggressive play. Once again, going to be able to find the mark on Kyrie as Kyrie falls. CFU wants more. They're going to just jump in. They know the timings, too. They'll take the purple buff.
Amazing play. It guarantees the kill with CFU Gaming corralling around that mid lane. It's working out perfectly, right? Every fight. Wait, hold on.
Oh, Foxy could be in trouble this time. Right now, enough damage. Onic will get on the board. They might be in position to go ahead and secure themselves an objective. They desperately need this from the game getting too out of hand. Swadu up on the front side. They're going to spot that out. He flickers forward with it onward and goes forward in. Two will fall from Onic again. CFU is just on point with the fights and initiations. And now San's in trouble. He has nowhere to go. He does flicker out. A good setup though, but still going to be alive. Now Detective on the backside gets a flicker out from Severo. He'll dodge that. And that's going to be fallen here. They're going to get in position for this third turtle of the game. Last one. I'm not sure how Onic is going to play that, though. Now, this time around, Keyboy, once again, he'll have the flicker to go ahead and try to set things up. But, again, you're lacking that firepower. And the further behind you get in terms of this gold, again, an initiation with a Tsunami Slam. They're going to force the fight anyway. But Onic will try to fight back, and the Appraiser's Wrath finds a couple, but the crossbow of Tang will find Keyboy. Sing picks up Severo in trouble as well. Can escape Wadu, and CFU Gaming continues to dominate.
God dang, man, CFU Gaming. They're not here to mess around. They want to make sure that they are sweeping the floor with Onic ID.
This is insane of a lead and a start for CFU, but a phenomenal one at that. And Wadu has been locked in the entire game. Every single time he goes for that setup with the, if his flicker's available or not, he's on point with the Earth Shatters. Now they're going to fight in between the two turrets, forcing a flicker out. Tsunami Slam, easy pickup. Loopy falls. Meanwhile, up top, Kyrie has no choice but to push in that tier 1 turret. They need something and anything because right now CFU is taking everything. Tier 2 is going to fall in the mid lane as well. Everybody quite low from Onic. They have no choice but just to watch.
Yeah, the pickoff is going to begin. Again, using tempo. Look at this.
Wow, traction pulse into Tsunami Slam. Able to find one. Keyboy will jump in, but it's just way too much damage. Overloading Onic as another pickup here for CFU.
Just starved out a lot of their resources. Divide and conquer, says CFU, as they take this Lord while breaking the holy shielding.
Great juggling happening here from CFU. Very impressive once again. Start off to this best of 3 series. I think even Onic.
Unfortunately, Onic ID just doesn't have much of an answer to the early game. They just needed to not interact, but CFU Gaming said no. Force them into their position, force them into a position where they have to interact with them all the time. They can't run away from these fights, and neither can they disengage. So therefore, Onic ID
again. Boxy jumps in with a Tsunami Slam, finds Luffy after missing the traction pulse. Opie's gonna pick up the kill anyway. Boxy finally goes down, but Kyrie quite low, could be in trouble. They're gonna clear out the wave up bottom. Mid turret already down, but they won't get more. CFU with a 12,000 gold lead. Boxy, big enough threat. Jumps on in, traction pulls, gonna find multiple members! A great setup under the base turret! Loopy gonna be able to fall, and it's a wipeout, a maniac for Opie! That's game one, dominant for CFU Gaming.
Holy cow, Onic. They're going to be looking at that. It's like, okay, we deserve to lose that one. Our draft didn't have an early game plan, and every interaction we had for the first 5 minutes was just a losing one against CFU Gaming.
Yeah, that last one was really, really good. And just to remind everyone, Opie, 8 months ago, was a roamer.
Yeah, and I love how the end of the video that we saw leading into this was like him saying, we're the contenders. Proved us wrong.
I feel like there's a confidence pick by CFU. They're signaling to Onic, like, we know we can win this game. That we know we can win this before the 14-minute mark.
Yeah, I mean, it's just to make sure that they could completely utilize every bit of Zetien's kit.
They've got some decent damage, a little bit of mystery shop there too. A lot of impure rages, of course. The CFU still wants to go ahead and be pretty aggressive throughout this game. A little 1v1 action. Severo, though, this time around, the bob, the weave, the Rhapsody. There'll be a back forward. Whoa! Sands, though, this time gets first blood for Onic.
Yeah, able to move in and out of those fights. But more importantly, they don't actually want to push the waves. And Boxy, unfortunately, with that Concussive Blast, doesn't have a choice as they attack topside.
Oh, Boxy. Boxy goes aggressively, will flicker out, but gets taken down. Kyrie picking up a kill, so way better start for Onic in game two.
A much better start indeed. Onic have adjusted their plan. You want to be aggressive, you want to punish your aggression, right? And at least for Severo, he's very comfortable in this Harris v Granger matchup. They played it for months because of the previous patch.
Yeah.
Now we go to the very first turtle.
First turtle still going to be CFU that starts it up. Wadu. Fury the Phoenix is going to be dropped down. Final Slash won't connect. They're going to jump in. Loopy, though, Infernal Blast. Infernal Pursuit. One down, still going to be on. Loopy in trouble, trying to get away. Goes in with a Dark Wave. Gets enough health back, looking for Opie, but finally will fall. CFU picking up a couple themselves, plus this objective, a hard-fought first turtle for the game.
Oh my god, Boxy. That was actually kind of sick. Yep, they're going to force out that top side, knowing that Severo doesn't have that Purify. Whoa!
Sounds jumping in. We'll get the flicker out. Sing, though, gonna try to cut it off with the Zaman Force, so that's gonna be burned as well. A couple battle spells and ultimates, but meanwhile, the fight for this turtle. Onic has control. Wadu there, Final Slash, but Kyrie will secure the turtle. Still going to be breaking down the fight. Wadu going to be in trouble, and Kyrie will get a kill as well. Takes a shot at Opie. I don't think you get anything more. Keyboy.
For both gold laners to have some form of pressure, some form of a lead to really skew it in their favor.
So close here, too, despite, other than the jungle, which is, I guess, to be expected when you get a lead like this in Kyrie. Again, Keyboy going to be fine. Tsunami Slam won't land. Boxy punish this time, and a kill goes over to Severo. Still the Dark Wave. Loopy jumping in. Forceful Flicker. Fury of Phoenix will be used.
Instantly punished, knowing that Boxy still had his Flicker on cooldown. So just really good tracking of the battle spells from Onic ID, right? Both sides will find any little bit of advantage. T1 collapses down on bot side, but now we are starting to see the ball roll.
I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do much more, but that is no Zaman Force now available for this turtle. So Onic might have enough of that information. Boxy's going to go ahead and take a look. I'm not sure if they're just going to rely on a Final Slash for this fight here. It's going to go for a little bit of a reset. Dark Wave. They go through. Sing going to have to join the fight. There's the Final Slash we were looking for. Fury the Phoenix dropping down. Keyboy, Tsunami Slam as well, but Kyrie still gets the turtle. Sing unleashing now, looking for Sans. Meanwhile, Loopy's going to be in trouble as well. Sans still up. The Zing can't get the last hit that he was looking for, but now it's Kyrie. Before he falls, he'll pick up a kill, and Wadu will survive. I don't think they're able to find Sans, though.
Wow, that fight. It didn't look like it started off well, but it worked out at the very end.
So Onic, they lose. They had about a 3,000 gold lead that they were working with. It's going to be whittled down pretty much to an even game here, at least economically. But right now, it's still Onic with a little bit of a pressure lead, the way that they're playing around this. But I guess they've got to respect what CFU can throw at them, especially...
I'm going to be able to tank as much damage as possible. I really need to see the MR come through from him. And honestly, the anti-Cuirass is kind of strange. I would have liked to see him play the Thunderbelt from the get-go.
Yeah. Oh, early initiation for Boxy. Fury the Phoenix to follow. They get the beacon out from Sans. Sans a little bit low here, still half health, but That's a whole lot from both sides utilized for this. Lord is for the taking. They're fighting for control. CFU, there's a final slash on Sans. Sans goes down. CFU, numbers advantage, gonna be jumping into the fight. Wadu's in trouble. Takes a couple hits from Severo, but Loopy has to flicker out as well. Severo has all the room in the world to move. A shot comes out and Loopy upholds them together, but he finally falls. And now Kyrie looking for Detective. Wants to line up the shot, but doesn't have it just yet.
Oh, he's trying.
Keyboy jumped in, but he's gonna get punished as Zing was waiting around the corner. An even fight for both.
They're through the roof. They're topping the charts right now. And even Lookby, without any damage items, is still able to provide and contribute. The worst part about this is the fact that Detective is 2 levels down. They don't really want to take this Lord. They really want to fight Onic because they know they will lose a 50-50.
Oh, final slash gonna be used again. Keyboy can be in trouble. Keyboy out of the picture. Still gonna be breaking out. Wadu goes down next. Loopy also half health. Falls to Zing. Now they're gonna be looking at a huge Appraiser's Wrath on Severo. Will force him back, but the Lantern Flare will give a double to Severo. Now, CFU has no choice but to back off of this. Kyrie's still up, but they're gonna fight under the mid lane turret. Sans in trouble, but they'll punish him anyway. And Kyrie now looking for another. They wipe him out. A great fight for Onic.
Down to the wire. Sans able to get that final pickup, allowing Kyrie to come in and run through the rest of them. Even Severo able to stack back up.
You can see the stacks here too for Severo.
So good. 560 natural stacks, 46 on the Sky Piercer. And now with this Lord, they're hoping to get as many inhibitors as possible. Keep in mind, they have the better sieging composition. CFU, if they want to take space, somebody has to commit. I don't think they can afford it right now, mainly because Detective is a level down on Kyrie. And we know that with these world-class junglers, that 1 level difference really is the difference maker.
Detective.
Oh, no.
They're gonna force a fight anyway. Final slash already used under the tier 1 turret in the mid lane. Still gonna be looking for more. Detective finally falls. Sing sees multiple low health bars, but Severo just unleashes. Keyboy jumps on in. They're gonna be able to take out Zing, but it's a double for Opie. A trade already 3 for 2. And Onic still with Kyrie up. Do they go and take this Lord? They're so low here.
Yep, they are low, but Kyrie is going to heal up. There's no actually, I don't think if they're able to do the... Oh, wait, no, Kyrie should have enough damage, but he's going to let Severo do the tanking. So once he's got just enough health, he gets back in and they start switching places. So nicely done. In terms of Zing, he's really strong, but he needs that space to take full advantage of that Examine Force so he can start chrome dashing around. Oh,
whoa. Boxy gonna start the fight anyway. Keyboy gone. Lord's gonna try to march into the mid turret. It falls. But now Onic, do they still want to fight this? Even down a member. Severo's at half health. Boxy gonna jump in with Tidal Strike again. They're gonna force the fight anyway. Beacon already gonna be used from Sans, giving them the space to work with. They're gonna be able to find Wadu. Wadu still has the immortality, but Zing now unleashing on Sans. They're gonna be able to pick him up. It's a double already. But Kyrie comes back in, and Severo's still up. The immortality will not be enough. And now it's Kyrie and Severo still inside the base, and it's Opie and Detective. Woo. Does Onic want to end this game here? They've got a little bit of this minion push.
Nah, they can't. They can't. Not yet. Unless they kill Opie right here. Detective, please stand in the right spot here. Severo's allowed to auto-attack, and same goes for Kyrie to the crystal, but it does basically nothing as long as they maintain these waves.
They're gonna go ahead and maintain it again. Detective gonna watch out. Kyrie will go ahead and go for it anyway. Now they're gonna work on the base, and that's gonna be enough. Double kill for Severo. We're going to game 3.
Man, I definitely thought he had an opportunity to walk back into the fountain, but again, just not enough pressure.
What if it was something different, you know? But I think, again, that interaction between having the magic penetration that you get with the Zetian, but then you have the Harith. What do you take here? Do you go...
They still go for reach.
I forgot Granger's still open, so why not give that into the hands of Severo again?
Not surprised with the way that they played it. I do kind of wish that Bruno was switched out for Beatrix.
That's what Boxy really wants to do earlier on this Kalea, but the first turtle of the game is going to be up, so it's CFU getting in position. We see this time and time again, especially with the Fredrin, but they'll go ahead and check things out with the Mountain Chakra, and they're just forced off. They just walk on up, force CFU back, and Kyrie will go ahead and get the turtle, but still, Wadu now on the backside, looking for the first blood. They take a ton of damage. Double flickers on out here from CFU. Still, Kyrie, one shot won't land it on Opie.
Okay, first bloods haven't been achieved.
on the top of some of the decisions, especially when it came to the macro play. But Wadu, not sure if he's going to be able to survive this. Mount Shark are going to be used to. That's a whole lot of damage to go on through as Kyrie will pick up the first blood.
Really good punish here. Really good punish from the side of Onic Indonesia. Now notice, we do see that Boxy is coming down to try and push him out of the way, allowing Wadu to walk back into the lane safely. But
Zing going for the fight. No! He hit the minion! He flickered into the bush, but he hit the minion!
He didn't have any energy to throw out another Death Sonata. He just was auto-attacking until the very end.
All right, now, second turtle of the game, going to go up. Onic getting pushed out of this one. Tsunami Slam to bring him into the turtle pit. They're going to go for the fight. Vengeance already going to be popped too, but Sans will be able to pick up Wadu. A double for Sans already, forcing him off. And Kyrie gets the turtle on top of it all. So Onic will come out swinging for that objective.
By Onic Indonesia as they crack open the most valuable structure in the game, mid-tier 1. And with that, we're starting to see what CFU did to Onic ID in game number 2, but on the opposite side, Onic has the timings, they got the tempo, and Lutfi is in a phenomenal position right now.
Look at this. This is the battle of the range that Onic has right now. Oh, Silvero, so close to getting another one with the Death Sonata. Keyboy now has the flicker. Oh, he won't be able to find Sing. We're going to force them off on the tier 2. Kyrie will go on in. Sans is there now as well. Nope, he has to go back to base, but Silvero will pick up Detective. 2 kills for Onic.
6 minutes into the game, and they want to take a tier 2 alongside of it. If they do get it, they will turn this into a 5K lead.
Oh, Loopy wants that kill on Zing, but he pops the Vengeance. Won't be enough, though. And they go ahead and get on out with the diversion. The turret, tier 2, still going to be able to stand, though, with about a little bit of health left. But this next turtle is Onyx for the taking. That's going to be 3 for 3.
This is so good. I mean, Sans, despite
when Louis Yi is on play, you really have to stay on your toes. You really have to be able to lock in and, know how to play against this. So right now, Sans will take a shot. Also the mid lane, Wadu in trouble. Kyrie's going to be able to pick up a kill in the jungle. Still going to be fighting. Severo gets enough movement, and he will survive anyway. So again, Onic will be able to find 2 against CFU.
And that is an econ diff. 3-level lead, might I add, against Detective.
It's the same thing that I was saying, that we mentioned from the previous game.
Oh.
And even with that, diversion, they're going to go in for it. They be able to find 2. Boxy's gone, and Wadu to follow. Onic comes through with the diversion, and Zing has nowhere to go. He's going to just get run down. He's running for the turret. Maybe I can get a little extra gold before I go down as he falls as well.
That Detective is going to walk up and try and steal this from me. Not with my entire team covering the entire map, making sure that this filter net doesn't allow CFU Gaming to take space.
Oh, the next target here is see if they can get to work against, and even with, Keyboy's got the flicker available. If they want to force a fight in the base, they will. Boxy taking a couple too many shots. A Loopy will go in to clean up after the Death Sonatas all land from Silvero. But now looking for more, still with a numbers advantage. Onic ready to possibly push into this base fully here as Kyrie walks in with the Lord.
Yep, Onic ID are clearly, they are in the driver's seat. They have momentum on their side. No way.
Oh, whoa, Keyboy jumps on into the base. He gets taken out, but they're going to force the fight anyway. Lord's still going to be up, and Zing is gone. Severo's unleashed. Still trying to hold on. Tsunami Slam to be able to find Loopy. Loopy will fall. The base could be locked on, but Wadu is going to be the next target. Severo still shooting off from the backside. Looking for Detective. They'll clean out the lanes.
Oh my god.
But they still have minion waves pushing on in. And that's going to be it. Detective jumps on in. Severo will lock on, and Onic will take the series 2-1.
Hey, a little disrespectful coming in from Onic at the very end. If they wanted to finish it, they could have, but instead they're like, no. We're buffing up the KDs real quick. We got to show CFU. You may be our scrim partners, but we will not take this down while we're standing up.
Onic already knew what CFU wanted to do ahead of time.
Oh yeah, they did. I think, 2 main key factors. Number 1, the fact that Kyrie was able to go out of his way to change his jungle path to end up on Lupti's side to get that first blood.